What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So earlier today, I purposely left out a big piece of information. It's something new that's kind of coming around. We're going to see more talks on it this week, but I left this out for one main reason. I didn't want this video, didn't want this piece of information to get lost in all the additional videos and other information that I'm bringing you on daily updates. So I wanted to create this for that main reason. Is just this is important because this is going to affect millions of people, tens of millions of people. This is going to impact. So here's what we know. Earlier today, we got more and more reports on a new plan, a new provision that is actually going to be brought forth by a Senate Republican named Ben Sasse. Now, in this plan or this proposal, and the reports are coming out from Axios, from the Washington Post, and from Business Insider, that this is going to be coming. This is going to happen this week. So make sure you do yourself and your friends and family a favor. Go ahead, hit that like button, but also share this video with them over on Facebook so they too can stay updated on everything that's currently going on. So here's what we know. Republican Senator Ben Sasse is going to introduce a new bill to replace the $300 per week boost for unemployment benefits. We are hearing that Republicans say that the unemployment benefits are causing the unemployment crisis. And then we got other businesses that say they cannot get enough employees back simply because the federal government is paying them too much just to stay at home. And then we have Democrats that argue that this is not the case and that these businesses need to pay their employees more. So we got Democrats that are saying, no, we don't need to get rid of the $300 per week boost. Just pay your employees more and then they will be glad to go back to work. And we got Republicans that say, no, that's not the right way to force a business to pay them more, is just by providing more for them just to sit at home. This is hurting businesses. Well, Republican Senator Ben Sasse, he wants to get rid of the $300 per week federal unemployment boost and replace it with a 101% boost or something called a back to work signing bonus. Now, the way this will work is this is actually going to provide you with 2 months of your benefits. 101% of your weekly or monthly payment is going to be paid to you as a bonus. And this gets you payments for 2 months. Now, the good thing about this is the payments would come quicker. It's 101%, which means you get paid more. And depending on the state that you live in, according to reports, you could get paid almost 3 times the amount that you normally get under that $300 per week bonus. I'm going to bring you more information on that in just a minute because this is huge. This is potentially going to be like a $4,000 bonus for some people. Okay, it's going to be big. Now, here's what we know. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce, they came out the other day and said that the weak jobs report is due to the fact that the unemployment benefits are too high. That's what they're saying. They even had this to say, and I quote, "One step policymakers should take now is ending the $300 weekly supplemental unemployment benefit. Based on the Chamber's analysis, the $300 benefit results in approximately 1 in 4 recipients taking home more in unemployment than they earned working." And this is what Republicans have been saying for over a year, is that we are rewarding people to stay at home as opposed to go to work. For a lot of you guys that are working right now, I understand you are frustrated that people are making more than you and they're staying at home. But those that are not working are frustrated that why are we not getting the $600 per week that many people received a year ago and then it finally got cut off. Now, let me know down in the comment section below, how much money do you need to actually go to work? Is it something that's very close to what your unemployment benefits are? Or maybe you are working. You don't have to tell me the exact amount. Really, it's nobody's business. It's definitely not my business. But let us know. How much money are you making and are you working? Because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of people, especially in the South, that get paid very little and they're continuing to work. It's a big issue that a lot of people are having. So just let me know, if you want to, or you can. No big deal if you don't want to. I completely understand. But here's what we know. this is starting to turn into a huge issue. And the good news is that Congress will be back from recess tomorrow. They're going to be back. They're going to continue to work. Hopefully they'll be able to come up and figure out, based off the new information that we're getting, they'll figure out a solution to all these different issues. We know that President Biden and Senate Democrat Tom Carper are going to meet sometime tomorrow. And later on this week, President Biden is going to sit down with Senate Republican Shelley Moore Capito to hear the Republicans' best pitch as well. But President Biden and Senator Carper are going to meet tomorrow to discuss the infrastructure package that they kind of want to pass. As of right now, and Senator Carper has actually been meeting with a few different Republicans, I think on the Transportation Committee, to try to figure out where they're at with the bill there. So that might be able to have President Biden get his in that instance. If that does, we might be a little bit closer to an agreement. But as of right now, we still know Democrats and Republicans are still very far apart. What we do know is that the weaker jobs market, or with this, it is actually putting a priority on bringing back more jobs. And according to some, they're saying, well, technically according to Democrats, they say that the infrastructure package that President Biden has put in front of them is the best option because it would provide about 16 million jobs. Well, I said this last week, or I think on Friday or Saturday, that I said that the jobs that are going to come back, there's going to be about 16.7 million jobs that will come back with or without this infrastructure package. But with the package, there'll be about an additional 3 million jobs. So the bill spending $4 trillion to get 3 million jobs, some Republicans say that's not enough, it's too expensive. And other Republicans say that it makes no sense to spend trillions of dollars on something that won't even be seen for years. Because some say right now, even though, yes, this will bring in new jobs, the problem is it will bring in jobs too slowly, and the American people need jobs today. So we will see. We do know, according to a few lawmakers, there are discussions from Republicans on bringing up their offer, their infrastructure offer, which was $568 billion. There's discussions that they could potentially bring that up almost double to right about $1 trillion. But in exchange for doing this, Republicans want to get rid of the federal unemployment benefits, and then they will bring up their offer. So what lawmakers are discussing is, hey, let's get rid of the $300 per week boost. Let's get people back to work. Then we will swap out the $300 boost with the back to work signing bonus. And then we can pass this large infrastructure package about $1 trillion, and we can have bipartisan support there. And then we know Democrats will eventually go off and do their budget reconciliation and pass a bill on their own, which whatever Republicans do not want to pass as a bipartisan deal, Democrats will just do it on their own anyway. So the whole thing will most likely get passed at some point. And I know a lot of you that are on unemployment are wondering, exactly what is this back to work signing bonus going to entail. So we don't have all the details yet, but here's what we know according to multiple reports. The signing bonus will be 101% of your current unemployment payments. The details as of right now do not specify is this going to include the state benefit plus the $300 per week? My guess is no, it wouldn't do that, because that would mean just by going back to work, you are going to make an insane amount of money. Okay, a signing bonus is going to be insane. So my guess is it's just going to be the state unemployment benefits. But, okay, and I want to be 100% clear with this, is your state benefit plus the 101% boost or signing bonus, okay, as a benefit, that could exceed the $300 per week boost. Okay, you could get much more than that. Here's what I mean. Okay, what we know, and this is the crazy part, first off, you're going to get 2 months of 101% of your unemployment payments. Okay, let's say you get $200, or let's say $250 per week. So you get $1,000 per month from your state benefits, plus you get 101%. So you get another, $1,001, as a bonus, and you get that for 2 months. So you get $2,002 for your 2 months. That would be your signing bonus. But let me be very clear how this really works, because I think this is going to shock some people. Let's say you let's say you make $500 per week. You live in a state like New Jersey, Massachusetts, Washington State. Here in Washington State where I am, I think we have a maximum benefit of like $790 per week. $790. I'm just going to round it up to $800. I know Massachusetts is a little bit higher than that. But let's say here in Washington State, you get $800 per week. Perfect. That means you get $3,200 per month. Well, at 101% bonus, your signing bonus, here in Washington State, if you maxed out your benefits, you would get a payment of $6,400 as a bonus, compared to the $2,400 that you would get under the $300 per week. So here's what I think is really going to happen. I think Democrats are going to look at this like, okay, Republicans are willing to get more money to the American people, but it's actually going to reward the higher income earners as opposed to the low income earners. Okay, no big deal. We can work that out. Well, this is where we're going to get talks of an additional stimulus check. This is where we're going to get talks of maybe an additional bonus. This is where we're going to get talks of, okay, we need to provide for children under that child tax credit of $3,600 per year. This is all going to come back. We are going to see money sooner rather than later because Republicans want to just completely get rid of the unemployment, the federal unemployment boost of $300 per week. So what I can tell you is, according to reports, that we are going to see some movement both on the Republican side and the Democratic side. But the reason this is really happening is, number one, we had the unemployment rate increased from 6 to 6.1% on Friday. That wasn't great news for many people. But what we also know is that there are 2 states that have already opted out of the federal unemployment benefits of $300 per week. That's Montana and South Carolina. Now, I anticipate more states are going to jump on board with this as they see that, okay, Montana and South Carolina, they're going to get rid of this the federal unemployment bonus. But what's going to happen is these workers are going to be forced to go back to work. And if it's successful, other states are going to follow suit. So just be prepared. And this is, I think, where Democrats and Republicans are going is, we need to plan, we need to be prepared, because as of right now, things are looking a little grim for some states. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but what I can tell you is, if you get paid more than $300 per week for your state unemployment benefits, you are going to come out ahead of this. Okay, so this is something we really need to look into. This is something that we're going to keep an eye on. And this is one of the reasons why I deliberately made it a point to skip this information in the video this morning, because I wanted to make sure that it was a standalone video where okay, this is what is currently on the table. So we will see what happens. But this is also one of the reasons why the child tax credits are being seen as more important and a vital piece of legislation at this point, because we know that at some point the state unemployment benefits are all that's going to be there. There will be no pandemic unemployment assistance for gig workers. There will be no additional long-term benefits for the unemployed, and there will be no $300 per week boost. So because of that, there's a lot of talks on the child tax credit is going to be imperative. The parent tax credit might be needed. Okay, we might see a child care tax credit, which I know a lot of people, want this to happen already, and something that's been in talks for a few months. And then on top of all that, we may continue to see a push for an additional stimulus check. So just keep in mind, there's a lot of discussions, there's a lot of talks, but it's all going to come down to what the economy is doing, how the COVID case counts are, and what Congress is willing to negotiate and pass. So as we know more there, I promise I will fill you in on all those details. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.